Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Now, both top-notch wrestlers, and there's a big age difference between the two. There's an 8-year age difference. Sheamus is 43, Drew McIntyre is 35. And before I start the video and before I start comparing these two, I'll compare them in a point system so some of you don't think it's unfair. Before I compare these two, I just would like to say some of their accomplishments. Drew McIntyre, 1-time NXT champion, 2-time WWE champion, 2-time Raw Tag Team champion, and a 1-time Intercontinental champion. Now Sheamus, 2-time United States champion, 4-time Raw Tag Team champion, 4-time WWE champion, a King of the Ring winner, a Money in the Bank winner, and a Royal Rumble winner. And Drew McIntyre obviously a Royal Rumble winner. And both of these two have just had amazing careers so far. Drew McIntyre being one of the younger wrestlers in the company, it's going really well for him. Sheamus being one of the older ones at age 43. But we'll start off with mic skills. Now, it's really important to be good on the mic because every Raw, SmackDown, you probably cut a promo if you're in a good feud. And if you just sound dumb, then people don't care about the promo. Being good on the mic is very important. Now, I'd say both are equally good on the mic, but McIntyre recently just slipped up on Raw Talk. So, I'm going to take that into consideration, and I'm going to give this point to Sheamus. Not just because of that, they're equally good on the mic. I prefer Sheamus on the mic, and he's more convincing, I think. So, I'm going to give this point to Sheamus. Sheamus in the lead. We'll move on to wrestlers, both these wrestlers in ring. And ironically, they've had great matches against each other, and they're friends in real life. But Sheamus in ring, no, I think he's amazing in the ring. And somehow every Raw, Sheamus has the best match on the show. Somehow or the other, Sheamus just gives us great matches on Raw, a pathetic show. And Drew McIntyre as well, Drew McIntyre vs Keith Lee, or Drew McIntyre vs Sheamus. Matches like those, Drew McIntyre has been amazing, as well as Sheamus. And both have had amazing matches. Their match at Fastlane just stole the show. Now their finishers, the Claymore kick, the Bro kick, again very similar. These two wrestlers are very, very similar. If you compare them, they're very similar. Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, both amazing in the ring. You can't deny that. They're not like a Drew Gulak in ring because they're really good, and they're top-notch wrestlers. If you put either one in the WrestleMania main event, they'll probably wrestle really well, and it'll be the match of the night. Like, if you get a John Cena vs Sheamus, or Drew McIntyre vs Sheamus, or a Drew McIntyre vs John Cena, it'll be a really good match. Both are really good wrestlers, and I can't choose between the two. So, 1 point to Drew, 1 point to Sheamus. We'll move on to the next category of judging, gimmicks. Now, to me, Sheamus' gimmick, he's a plain old heel who's Irish. And every heel, like, there are so many heels in the company who are just heels and they don't have any gimmick. And Sheamus is one of them, sadly. But Drew McIntyre, this Scottish warrior, every wrestler that comes in his way to the WWE Championship, he defeats them, and his gimmick is just amazing, where every wrestler that comes and challenges for the WWE Championship, he defeats them, like Goldberg, Ziggler, Lashley at Backlash. Wrestlers like those, Randy Orton, he lost to Orton once, but still, he claimed his title back. And Drew McIntyre's gimmick is just amazing. I have to give this point to Drew, no doubt. With that, we'll move on to our last category of judging, matches. Now, both have had amazing matches, but Sheamus' matches, his good matches were like in 2012, 2010, like 8 years ago. No one probably even remembers those matches. Like Sheamus vs Daniel Bryan, Extreme Rules. Then Sheamus, Ryback, Cena vs The Shield. Matches like those. And he had a good match against Drew McIntyre on Raw and on Fastlane. He also had a good match against Jeff Hardy, the bar fight match. But Drew McIntyre, his matches now. Before, when he was heel, I didn't like his matches. And he had a feud against Roman Reigns. He was teaming up with Dolph Ziggler and Shane McMahon. And since he's been WWE Champion, he's had matches with Dolph Ziggler and matches like those, which haven't been great. But there have been some memorable matches like Drew McIntyre vs Roman Reigns Survivor Series, McIntyre vs Lashley, Backlash. Matches like those, just fantastic. Another example is McIntyre vs Keith Lee on Raw, and a fabulous match, McIntyre vs Sheamus, Drew McIntyre vs Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre vs Randy Orton on Raw, Drew McIntyre vs AJ Styles at TLC. So many good matches. I know Sheamus has had good matches, but those were like 8-10 years ago and no one even remembers them. And I'm going to come to a conclusion. Many of you may disagree with this conclusion, but I'm gonna say Drew McIntyre is better than Sheamus. Now, many of you hate Drew McIntyre and you'll probably disagree with me. And as he grows older, I think he'll become one of the top wrestlers in the company. And he's really good in the ring. He's really good. He has good finishers. He's good on the mic. And he's a really good gimmick. I think they should continue with this. Many of his fans don't know him and many people hate him. But I still think he's better than Sheamus. And let me know thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you prefer, Drew McIntyre or Sheamus? Bye.